This video is brought to you by these YouTube members. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tier list. This is the Tech Soul Reaper Killer tier list. Real quick before I begin, I was supposed to have this video out for you guys about 2 or 3 days ago, but my computer wouldn't let me run BBS on Steam. I was actually wanting to stream some of it, and it wouldn't let me either. So I figured I'd go ahead and offer a solution because I figured out how to fix it. Basically, if you open up Steam, you right click on the game on the left and hit Properties. It'll open up this page here, go to Local Files, click on Verify Integrity of Game Files, and then it should let you run it after that runs for about 10 seconds. It doesn't take that long. But basically what was happening is that the firewall or antivirus on your computer will stop the game from running, and that button will basically tell it, hey, this app is good to run, and that should let your game run. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, this is the final of the Soul Reaper Killer tier list. If you are enjoying the series, do hit like. I do still have more killers to go, including No Affiliation, Arankar, Espada, Captain, and Human. All 4 of the characters. There's not very many. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we have the white version of Ichigo, the original one. So this guy is actually interesting because he's the only character, to my knowledge, in the entire game who actually got worse when he got resurrected. His stats did go up, but he went from having Berserker at 20% and Frenzy to having Bruiser at 20% and Frenzy, and he's a strong attacker. So his strong attack damage actually went down after he got resurrected. If you want to use this character, I would not recommend resurrecting him, but if you want him just for orbs, you know, obviously go for it. I am going to put him in D. He's not a useless character. In fact, if you don't resurrect him, he can actually come in handy in a lot of the Sankaimons if you're needing a Tech Hollow. Although his strong attacks don't have the best range. They do have slightly better range than others because he does have Havoc, but still, he's a very old character and, you know, not that good. Okay. Next up, we have Captain Amagai. Captain Amagai has Frenzy after he got resurrected. He also has a Dodge Rate Link and a Last Ditch Survival Link. It's actually a pretty useful link if you want to auto with someone, you can attach him as a link. As a character, he's also kind of decent. His strong attacks don't have the best range, but they do have pretty good range. He can inflict debilitating burn, but everything he's got except for his normal attack. Honestly, not a bad character. I'm going to put him in C, but probably a very low C. He's kind of like... He's just above White Ichigo in the sense that he has slightly better range and can inflict burn. But White Ichigo can deal more damage and he can attack more frequently. So it's kind of... It's a very low C. It's a very low C. Speaking of low Cs, this guy. So the Senbon Sakura. I say low C. He's kind of solidly in C. He's got a decent attack stat as well as a plus 60 bruiser, a plus 20 normal attack damage link, long reach on his normal attack. He doesn't have the fastest normal attack string, but it can deal decent damage. Plus, he's got Berserker and his strong attack damage link as a secondary link, so you can actually deal some strong attack damage, but it's not much. The character's fine. Better link for a hybrid character than anything else, but it's fine. Okay, next up we have our first F. He's got Bombardment, not much else going for him. I'm going to put him in F. Honestly, this list is probably going to have the least amount of Fs in the tier list that I've done, just because these are characters. For the most part, these are solid characters, so we're just going to leave him at F. Go on with that. Okay, next up we have Ryuruka. This Ryuruka actually has a decent link. She has a 25% strong attack damage link, and I believe a normal attack damage link for her secondary link. So same thing as Senbon Sakura, but reversed and boosted on strong attack damage. Honestly, solid character. I'm going to put her in C as well. She's got decent range for her strong attacks. She can inflict weakening on all of them but one, and her special. She can also inflict weakened defense, which is nice. Yeah, it's just the magnifiers on her strong attacks are what really hold her back, but even then, she's got increased strong attack damage on her link. Honestly, just a solid character. Okay, Maui. Maui is gonna go on D. He's not a good character, I should say that, but he does have a useful link of Crystal Drops, so because of that and that alone, I'm gonna put him in D. Okay. Next up, we have the White Day version of Ukira. So this guy's interesting because out of everyone in the entire game, every 6-star in the entire game, I should point out, he's the only one who is a healer but cannot heal the entire party. At least I'm pretty sure he's the only one. There might be others and I just don't remember, but he's the only one to my knowledge that has a heal move, strong attack 2, and cannot heal the entire party. He's also got a damage reduction soul trait, and he's got Frenzy on his strong attacks. Honestly, solid character. I'm going to put him in D. Good range on strong attacks, can deal decent damage. Damage reduction, good link as well, and a good healer. You can auto with him if you'd like, but he's going to be slow, I warn you. Honestly, just solid character. Okay, next up we have Izuru. Izuru has also a boosted normal attack damage link of 25%, along with a plus 60 bruiser, bringing it up to 85%, which is very impressive. All of his attacks, at least some of his strong attacks, not all of them, can inflict debilitating slow, which is kind of nice to be honest. And he's got decent range on his strong attacks, and they can deal decent amount of damage. Oops. There we go. He's also got a very useful secondary link of damage reduction, making him one of the best links in the game, at least for PvP. I am gonna put him in B. As a character by himself, he's definitely in C, but because he has a very useful link, along with being useful himself, he's gonna be in B. So that's kind of my rationale for that. Okay, next up we have Tenza Zangetsu. I love this character, one of my favorite characters in the entire game. I think the first character I ever dropped potions on, and he's still not 10-10-10. I just kind of wanted to see what the hype was about, so I added potions on him. I should really 10-10-10 him. Really high SP. He's also got Frenzy. He's got Berserker at 20%. I believe he got Berserker. Let me double check. But he's got great range on his strong attacks, including a lunge move strong attack 1, a strong attack 2 that hits a large area in front of him, and a strong attack 3 that's full screen, which is very nice. It's got strong attack recharge link, a secondary soul trait of healing, and yes, I can confirm he does have Berserker at 20%, as well as Bruiser at 30%. So he can actually deal decent damage with his normal attacks, and he's got long reach and weakened defense. Honestly, a solid character, not as good as Lost Agent Ichigo after Resurrected, but still, very good character. Gonna put him in B for sure. And yeah. Okay. Next up we have Apache. Apache is not that good. She's got some redeeming qualities in that her strong attacks have decent range. I think some of them can inflict burn. Yeah, her strong attack 3 can inflict burn, but she's a normal attacker with not that high of a bruiser. She's only got bruiser at 30% and a normal attack damage increase of 20%, so that's only 50%. To compare, when they resurrected Senbon Sakura, who came out like a year and a half after her, or before her, they gave him plus 60 Berserker. So they really dropped the ball on this. I'm going to put her in D. You could use her, but you're going to have to put some stuff into her if you're going to make her usable. Okay, next up we have Koga. I love this character. This character has a very interesting combo that he can deal. His strong attack 2 is a vortex move, and his strong attack 3 has a 160 max. So if you trap them in that vortex move and they get weakened, because it can, and then you hit him with a strong attack 3, it can deal a massive amount of damage, like a lot. Even more after he got resurrected, since he now has a Berserker at 20% and low stamina damage link of 30%, so he can deal a lot of damage. He also has a damage reduction soul trait of 20% and lasted survival at 80%. Honestly, he's a viable character even by today's standards. I'm going to put him on B, but he's probably a low B, because his normal attack doesn't pierce. He can't do it frequently because he doesn't have strong attack recharge. He can deal heavy damage, which is why I'm putting him in B, but Tenza Zangetsu, in my opinion, is still way better, so yeah. He does have 2 killers, though, Soul Reaper and Captain, so that does help him out, especially if you're up against a Captain. But yeah, solid character, but B is as far as he goes. And even then, kind of low. Okay, next up we have Flyzin, as everybody calls him, the fourth fusion version of Aizen, I guess is what this one is called. Yeah, this guy is the first character ever to have an infinite boost. He's got a boost move, strong attack 2, and a strong attack recharge link, so, you know, if you do this correctly, you can effectively have him boost for the entire run. All of his attacks have really good range, and he does not have Havoc, including his normal attack 1, which is honestly the best lunge move in the game, I want to say. It's got, the best strong attack 1 lunge move in the game, because it's got ridiculous range, and again, he does not have Havoc. Strong attack 3 is full screen, and his special has a chance to instant kill. That's weird. Soldex, I have the Soldex website open. He put kind of 2 of the instant kill icons on the thing for this character. Anyway, yeah, he's also got Berserker at 20% when he got resurrected, and full stamina damage of 16% after he got resurrected. So he actually got better, because you can now deal a lot more damage with him and still have, you know, the great range. I'm gonna put him in A. He's just a really good character, and after he got resurrected, his damage potential went up 36% at full health. And even if it's not, it's still a lot. So yeah, honestly, solid character. Okay, next up we have Shuren. Shuren unfortunately got doomed because he got bombardment, which means when he got resurrected, he was not getting flurry, which is a shame. He is more of a hybrid character these days, though. He does have Berserker and Bruiser. Like I said, they're relatively high, 40 and 50 respectively. He's also completely immune to being burnt. He can inflict burn with all of his attacks and weaken defense on his special, making his special extra effective, but it's the only thing about him that's actually useful. That, and I guess his link. He's got a damage reduction link of 16% and a strong attack recharge link of 10%, so if you really wanted to set up a strong attack recharge autoer, he'd be your guy. Or a strong attack 2 using character in PvP who can last a long time. He's also your guy for linking, but that's about it. His Link is his only redeeming quality. We're gonna put him in B. Okay, next up we have Dark Rookia. Dark Rookia is very fun, very good. She's one of the best links in the entire game. She's got a strong attack damage link to go with a strong attack recharge link, which she got resurrected. All of her attacks can inflict debilitating weakening. Her special, in addition to dealing weakening, also deals weakened defense, so it now hits extra hard. She's got a plus 40 bruiser now for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but they did. And her strong attack 3 is a charge move, so when fully charged, it can deal a massive amount of damage, though it's not full screen because they didn't give her Havoc. They did, however, give her good range on the other strong attacks, the one from strong attack 1, beam shot strong attack 2. Honestly, she's a solid character. I'm going to put her in B. I do think I'm tempted to put her in A because she's such a good Link, but no, I'm going to put her in B. She's a really good Link, though. Definitely a Resurrector if you get her. Okay, next up we have, I think that's all the resurrected characters. Yeah, there's some frenzy characters up there, but we'll get to those. Okay, next up we have the tag team version of Toshiro. Really, really good killer. Soul Reaper and a Rancor killer, though again, we're only basing this on the Soul Reaper part. This guy's got great range on his strong attacks. They can all inflict debilitating freeze. Honestly, he's just a solid character. I don't think he's got Berserker. Yeah, he came out before they started giving them Berserker, so I am going to put him in B. He's honestly, as a character, he's probably a high B because he's got that double killer. But yeah, just B is probably where we're gonna end up leaving him. Okay, next up we have Boss Lady. I don't remember this character's name for the life of me. I believe it starts with an I, but yeah, Ikumi is her name. Okay, Ikumi. Honestly, the only redeeming thing about this character is her special. She can paralyze, heal, and inflict damage with the special, but that's about it. Nothing else. She does have a damage reduction soul trait, making her kind of a useful soul trait for that reason. And the special, I am going to put her in D, because she's not entirely useless, she's just mostly useless. But yeah, she's probably the second worst character on this list after Sogyo no Kotowai here, whose name I straight up skipped last time, because I would have remembered saying it. Anyway, next up we have Kensei. Kensei has actually some redeeming qualities about him. I don't like this character because of how many times I've gotten him, but the character itself is actually kind of fun. Normal attacker, decent bruiser, damage reduction of 20%, I want to say. Yeah, damage reduction of 20%, 50% bruiser, 40% on Berserker. Honestly, you can use him if you want him, if you want to use him, and you can have a solid character. I'm going to put him on C. Probably a low C, if I'm being honest. Yeah, honestly, I'll probably put him the same as Apache, though he has a better link. I'm going to put him here because he has a better link. Just know that he's kind of a very low C. He's not that good of a character. I do think he is going to be good when he gets resurrected, if they give him Flurry, but that's still a few months away, so we'll see. Okay, next up we have the Christmas version of Retsu. So this Retsu can inflict debilitating burn on all of her attacks. They also have pretty good range. Yeah, that's it. That's all about this character. High SP, Frenzy, burn on everything. Solid character, I'm going to put her in B. There's not much else to say about this character until she gets resurrected, but that won't happen until potentially later this year, so we'll see. Okay, Tesla. I don't like him. We're going to put him here and then just be done with him. He's a barrier move character, he's got a strong attack damage link, and a frenzy, and that's it. He's just kind of a slower, strong attacking character. Chad is actually a very useful link. This is the frenzy version of Chad. I do recommend if you're starting out, he is a good option to choose as one of your first frenzy characters. Obviously, first should be either Yoroichi or Byakuya, but honestly, I would say he's probably a pretty good second because he's a very good character to link when autoing. He's got a last-ditch survival link of 85%, meaning if your characters go down, they come back. And his secondary link is a damage reduction soul trait, so, you know, can resist damage. Honestly, solid character for autoing as a link, but that's it. I would recommend you get him, though, at some point. Okay, next up we have Shin Sui. This Shin Sui has a high SP. He's also got debilitating laceration on everything. First character ever to get laceration on attacks. He's also got a Vortex move, strong attack 2, I want to say beam shot, strong attack 1, and full screen strong attack 3. Honestly, just a solid character. He is very common and very annoying to get because of how many times I've gotten him, and I'm sure you guys too, but he's just a solid B. Okay, Sangetsu, if you've seen this list before on the other attributes, you know he's a B because he is a okay character, but his link is better than anything else, so B. Okay, now we get to the good stuff. We get to Oetsu, the #1 Zanpakuto creator. Really high attack, flurry, bruiser at 40%, I want to say. It's either 40 or 50, but I want to say it's 40. He's also got a strong attack recharge link that pairs really well with his boost move strong attack 2. That's also a vortex move that surrounds him. Also, yeah, Bruiser at 40% and Berserker at 50%, which is nice. Also got guard break and paralysis immunity. So he's basically an unstoppable force of nature. He's really, really good against Soul Reapers. Soul Reapers like to paralyze, and he's immune to it, and he can just rip through them. Honestly, he's an amazing character, and his special, I believe, has a chance to instant kill. We're gonna put him in an S, and he's got guard break. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, he's got guard break. But yeah, honestly, just a really, really good character. Really fun special to look at. It's just good. Okay, next up we have the tag team version of Izuru and Gin. This guy is also really, really good. Doesn't have Havoc, but does have good range with strong attacks with a full screen strong attack 3, a strong attack 2 that just hits a large area in front of him, and a lunge move strong attack 1. He's got 2 killers, though we're only gonna go off of the Soul Reaper one. He's got guard break, and he's got Izuru to help him out, or Gin, depending on who you're using, and they're always dealing damage, which is really, really good. He has guard break, but the partner that either Izuru or Gin, depending on who you're using, will not have guard break, so keep that in mind. But still very, very useful to have. Honestly, an amazing character. I'm gonna put him in S, or I guess them in S. There's 2 of them. Okay, next up we have Uriu, the 1000-Year Blood War version of Uriu. So this guy is actually kind of interesting, because if it wasn't for the fact that he's kind of a slow character, I would honestly probably put him in a step above S. But he's kind of a slow character. He's got Berserker at 40%, Bruiser at 40%, Guard Break and Havoc and Frenzy. So already right there you have an amazing character. The thing is, he has a Shape Shot Strong Attack 1, which is good for combo, but not that great for damage. Strong Attack 2 is a hybrid vortex move. It gathers enemies in one spot and then pushes them back. Really good for crowd control. Decent for damage. Kind of slow though. It does neutral damage, but like just an average amount of damage for Strong Attack 2, but it's slow. And his Strong Attack 3 is full screen. His Strong Attack, his special heals the entire party for 60% of its total health, and his Element Reversal ability basically means that he's never going to get status ailment by an enemy, which is so nice. In fact, it's kind of hard to take him out for that very reason. I'm going to put him in S because of his speed. He's not going to go any higher than that, but he's just an amazing character. Okay. Wow, not a lot of characters in A, I'm realizing. Dang. They're either good or they're average. Okay. Next up, we have Ichigo, like Zangetsu. I've also talked about him in other Soul Reaper Killer tier lists. He's a good character, can deal damage just fine on his own. Honestly, just I've talked enough about him. I'm going to put him in A. You're going to use him as a link more than anything else, but as a standalone, he's fine. Okay, next up we have the Spirit Society. I was going to say Orient Society. The Spirit Society version of Shinji also has a high ESP. It's also got Berserker at 20%, damage to paralyzed enemies another 20%, so that brings it up to 40 before Frenzy, and Guard Break, and Havoc, and he can inflict debilitating paralysis on all of attacks. He's very likely to do so because they all hit a really high number of times. He's got Vortex moves, he's got a boosted Strong Attack Recharge link, he's got an ability that randomly paralyzes enemies every 5 seconds, which is super, super nice, and he can read Soul Reaper dodges. Honestly, he's just a very solid character. A bit slow, similar to Uriu because of that hybrid move, but honestly, the amount of damage you can deal is just really good, so we're just going to leave him in S. I'd be done with it. Okay, Kusaka. Kusaka is an interesting character because Kusaka he deals a lot more damage when he inflicts a status element. If he doesn't, he has a plus 20 Berserker and Frenzy, which on his own is fine. He also has amazing range on his strong attacks, with a Beam Shot Strong Attack 1, a near full screen Strong Attack 2, and a beyond full screen Strong Attack 3 that's also a hybrid Vortex move, which is really, really good. All these attacks have Havoc, which is why they have such good range, and if they inflict Freeze, which they are very likely to do, he inflicts an extra 40% more damage because he inflicts an extra 20 on frozen enemies, and all Tech Soul Reapers deal an extra 20% on status element enemies. So that brings it up to 60% before Frenzy, which is very, very impressive. And on top of that, they're frozen as well. He's also, let's see, there's also something else about him. Yeah, he's immune to being weakened. There you go. Just immunity to weaken. Honestly, a very, very good character. He's inconsistent. He's still going to be an S because of just the damage potential, but it's kind of inconsistent, so he is definitely faster than Uriu and Shinji, but less consistent than them in terms of damage. Still a really good character, though. Okay, next up we have Ichigo. Man, I'm going to run out of breath talking about this guy. Okay, here we go. Okay, this guy's got a plus 60 Berserker. He's also got Frenzy, which is really great. Havoc got 20, Marauder, which is guard break and nullify melee resistance in 1. Poise, so he cannot be interrupted. Complete immunity to all status elements, so you can't status element. It boosts his strong attack recharge link. 2 killers, debilitating weakening on all of his attacks. Bombardment, long stride, and an extra flash step, so you can just zoom past things in super fast. During arena mode, he's also got last ditch survival, and honestly, this guy has just got ridiculous range on his strong attacks. Full screen strong attack 3, a hybrid vortex move strong attack 1, which is really good because of that weakening, and a strong attack 2 is very new full screen. Honestly, this guy's got everything. There's nothing negative to say about him. Just a really, really solid character, and I'm gonna have to do this for him because oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Oh well. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, there we go. Took me a while to get there. There we go. Best character ever. To be clear, that's another tier. That's not me saying that is specifically the best character ever. That's just another tier. Okay, finally we have Ukira, because this video is running a little long. I really should finish it. Okay, Ukira. Ukira is interesting because he's got a lot of stuff going for him. On his own, he's got the equivalent of plus 60 Berserker, similar to Ichigo. 40% Berserker and 20% strong attack damage though. He's also got Poise, like Ichigo, so he cannot be interrupted. He's got Pierce Barrier, so, you know, Pierce Barrier. Havoc at 20, increasing the range on all of his attacks. He's got strong attack recharge ability, so he does not have to lose out on using his strong attacks frequently. He can also hit, he can read Soul Reaper, no, he can't read Soul Reaper dodges. He's got 2 sprinters. He can dodge 50% of Soul Reaper damage. That's what it is, which I would argue is better, because you're straight up immune to half the damage they can deal, which is just great. On top of that, he can also inflict weakening randomly every 5 seconds. On top of being able to inflict it with all of his strong attacks and all of his attacks in general. Honestly, he's a great character. I am going to put him also on best character ever tier, though he's going to be a little lower. He doesn't have guard break, which kind of holds him back. But honestly, that able to dodge 50% on Soul Reaper damage on a Soul Reaper tier list is worth a lot, so I am going to put him there. Though, probably closer like this, kind of half and half because of the lack of guard break, but still, just a phenomenal character. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that if you weren't able to log into BBS, you can now. I hope that advice helped. I hope this video didn't run on too long. Next up are Ronkars. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like on the video. Thank you guys. Take care.